Hello, and welcome to my channel. And happy Halloween, y'all. I thought so long and hard about how could I make a Halloween themed video, because running doesn't really lend itself to Halloween that much, but I wanted to show off my makeup skills and make a cutesy Halloween video like all the other influencers do. So I thought long and hard about this. And finally, my brain came back to a debate that's really exigent in the running community right now, which is using candy as fuel. So there's been a huge movement. I've seen this especially in the past 8 or 10 months, where people are saying the companies that make running gels are scamming you. Just use candy to fuel on your runs. And this is something that makes sense to a lot of people. The first ingredient in many gels is sugar, or some fancy name for sugar. So it makes sense to a lot of people that, yeah, you could just replace gels with candy. And while that is true to a point, there are some major and minor nutritional differences between this, and that's what I wanted to talk about today, because it's something that, as a runner who isn't versed in nutrition, was really hard for me to figure out, and it took me quite a bit of research and trying to look at different evidence and studies to kind of try to figure out what's the truth here. Am I actually being duped by paying for an energy running specific product like this, or is it worth the investment? And I'll get to my opinions kind of at the end, but I do also want to say I am not a medical professional. I am not a nutritionist. The extent of my knowledge is 11th grade health, okay? This is just from my research that I did on Google and Google Scholar. You can all do the same research. If I can link some of my sources that I found really helpful in this, I will link those in the description, because I really do encourage you to read on this and make your own opinions about this topic. But that being said, I wanted to also present this information to you guys in kind of a festive way in honor of this Halloween season. Should you be using candy to fuel on your runs? Let's find out. So, doing research, the first thing I focused on was the actual differences between what's in candy and what's in energy gels. The main difference is candies will usually have a lot more fat in them compared to your standard energy chew product. And I have some examples in front of me. I don't own that much candy, so this is what I have in terms of candy. These are literally so old. I bought them when I was in Spain, so I don't even know if I can read the package on these. So we're mainly going to do these just because they're in English. But so for example, there's a gram of fat in 12 pieces of this, and that's actually one of the lower fat candies. If we look at a chocolate candy, like a candy with chocolate in it, those numbers are going to be a lot higher. So I will show, this is the nutrition information for Snickers. This is the nutrition information for Milky Way bars, and I will put some other ones up on screen as well. So the trend generally is that while not all candies are higher in fat, like these ones aren't, some candies, and especially candies that have a chocolate component to them, will have more fat. But why does that actually matter? That's where it gets kind of interesting, because I didn't know how much it mattered, but fats in your food can actually impact how you are digesting that food, and it can slow digestion. And your goal when you're taking an energy gel during your race is, I want to have energy pretty quickly. They have the step 2 gels where you're supposed to be able to get that energy supply within 30 minutes or even less on some gel products. So you're trying to get a really quick return on energy when you're doing a really long race or a long run, and you want to be able to replenish your stores of glucose and salts and things of that nature. So it's really important that, because the fat will slow down your digestion, that means you're not going to get to reap the benefits of that fuel that you're intaking as early. And also for some people, fats can also, cause pain in their stomachs. It can make people feel nauseous, and it can give them that heavy feeling in their stomachs that most people don't prefer when they're running. But that's like on a person to person basis. It does happen in a lot of people, but it doesn't happen in all people. So then I want to also touch on there's other vitamins and things that can help you on a run in products like this. So one of the main ones is salt, because when you're running, you're sweating unless it's like negative 50 degrees. Even then, you're still probably going to sweat a little bit. So when you're running, you're sweating. So you're losing salt, and you want to be able to replace that salt that you are losing. And so one of the main ways that that can be accomplished is by adding salt to gels. So this one has 65 milligrams of sodium in it. Comparatively, something like this has 15 milligrams of sodium. So this one has 50 milligrams more sodium, so it has a lot more sodium. Almost any food product will have some amount of sodium because that's America. Everything is processed, but the more sizable amounts of sodium can help you replenish what you're losing from sweat. Also, the reason that I have these is because my friend who's a sprinter uses these to fuel like before she runs. And what she does, I just thought I would share this. When it gets really hot and we're sweating a lot, what she does is she will take a salt shaker and she will pour salt in this and shake it and eat them. So I just wanted to share that because, I guess now you're getting your sodium, but also that's like insanely psychotic. And also I have these, here's another example. These for a serving have 50 milligrams of salt, of sodium, and for like this package it has 150. So there are a lot more benefits of this. As far as sodium benefits, there's a lot more sodium in those products, and it makes sense because candy is meant to be taste optimized, where sodium can make candy taste a little bit off. Maybe you want a little bit to balance it out, but not a lot, whereas gels and chews and things of that nature, I know a lot of us runners can attest to the fact that they don't always necessarily taste the greatest. I will give you my recommendation for what does, and those are the Cliff Blocks. Those are really, really good, but they don't always taste that great. And so, like, the aim is just different, and that's why the contents are different. But if you're trying to use the two different things for the same purpose, that's something that you want to be aware of, especially if you're running in the summer, in the heat, where you really do need to be replacing your sodium, especially if you're drinking a lot of water, if you're fueling but your fuel doesn't have sodium in it, that can potentially be problematic. Also, I do want to mention there are other vitamins, like these ones have a lot more vitamins, and things like that. Like these have vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium. And these ones also have iron and vitamin C and potassium. So there are some additional vitamins compared to something like this, which does not have any vitamins in it. Now, I don't want to get into vitamins and their impact on your running because that's a whole kind of wild west, and I just personally don't think the research is good enough to be able to present a conclusion to you guys and be like, this is how vitamins impact while you're actually running. Obviously, we know that you need to have enough vitamins for your body to function. These vitamins are imperative to your daily functions, and if you're vitamin deficient, especially iron deficient, you will not run as well. However, the actual effects of taking vitamins during your run versus before or after or just in your daily life is something that's not as conclusive in my opinion. So it's kind of to be decided on that note. And now I want to talk about my opinions about using these as fuel. You will probably not be surprised to know I don't like fueling with candy. I've done it a couple different times for a couple different types of runs across my running journey. And look, when I'm a broke college student in 3 years, you might see me change my mind on this and give in. But for me, I have a very sensitive stomach when I'm running. That's not something that's always been the case, but especially the past like year, it really has been the case. I think I'm just getting old. Um, but I really can't take anything that feels really heavy and feels like it's sitting in your stomach, and candy definitely does that for me. The one thing I will say is I did take Snickers as fuel successfully a couple of times when I first started running, and that worked out well for me. But it was the little tiny fun-sized ones that are literally this big. And I would take them during my long runs because at that point my long runs were only about maybe an hour to 90 minutes, so I didn't really need much. So I don't know, in my opinion, I'm not going to make the switch. I have a bunch of like subscription boxes also, so I like always have a really big fuel stockpile that I'm trying to like draw from and cut down on. I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to my running fuel, I will admit it. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Have you been influenced? Have you switched to candy? How has it worked out for you? Like I said, this is just my opinion as my own like experiences, and I also do want to say that candy is also a lot more popular and seems to have a lot less issues for people who do a walk run method or who are walking long distances like hiking. It's very popular among hikers. And also, I am not dissing anyone who loves to use candy as fuel. I'm just giving some information for people who may be interested about making the switch to candy from traditional running fuels, what some of the differences are so that people can make educated decisions for their own bodies. But again, not a trained medical professional. So now that I've gotten that like minute of disclaimers out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!